Calista Corporation President CEO Andrew Guy was born and raised in Nebuskak. He grew up speaking Yupik and he had to learn English like many other children that were sent away to school. Years later, he started as an intern at a Calista subsidiary doing research and financial analysis. Andrew earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Alaska Fairbanks and went on to earn a law degree from the University of Colorado School of Law. He served on the board of directors and worked as the VP of Calista Management Services. He then joined Calista's executive team as general counsel, involving him in the corporation's contract, negotiations, and business enterprises. 27 years after first serving as an intern, Andrew Guy was promoted by the board of directors to president and CEO of Calista in 2010.
I'd like to start by saying that in a time of crisis, as we've experienced this past year, it is vitally important to protect our elders, our culture bearers, and each other, whether family, friends, or co-workers. This calls to our core value of dedication and loyalty to Calista's vision and our people and customers. Our dedication to our elders and to each other can be and is readily demonstrated during this pandemic. We did our part to wear a mask, wash our hands often, socially distanced, and finally we chose the COVID-19 vaccine. Continue to do what you can to safeguard each other, especially our elders, so we can continue to look to them to guide the future of our business through the lens of tradition and culture. By striving to meet our vision and mission statements in line with our cultural values, we are dedicated to continuous improvement and performing professionally on behalf of you, our shareholders. The important goal to increase Calista shareholder benefits, employment, education, and leadership opportunities, which is made possible by successfully executing the long-term plans and annual objectives for the other goals. I'll be addressing these three other goals. 1. Sustainably develop Calista's natural resources. 2. Promote in-region economic development and partnerships. And 3. Maximize and grow profits through diverse, strong business lines. The success of our business is intrinsically linked to our values rooted in our Yupik, Chupik, and Athabascan cultures. As a people, we live, work, and yes, continue to hunt, fish, and gather foods by following Kanu'uyutit, or words of wisdom from our elders. We also apply our cultural values and processes for self-improvement to our company and businesses, and our effective execution is shown in the successes, both financially and otherwise, that we've experienced. We will continue to emphasize our values so that we can continue to improve as a corporation in service to all of you, our shareholders. Sustainably develop Calista's natural resources is a goal that encompasses both our renewable and non-renewable resources. Understanding we will always continue to rely on subsistence activities, our leaders have taken a careful and thoughtful approach toward mineral exploration and development. This thoughtful approach began with the first step of evaluating mineral potential and intentionally selecting lands in our region for their potential to meet the mandates of ANCSA to benefit both our shareholders and communities. From selection of the lands and subsurface in 1974, the in-house geological testing that began in the 1980s, to the mineral exploration starting in 1995, and the ongoing permitting and design phases that began over 10 years ago, the Donlin Creek Gold Project is truly a multi-generational project, creating opportunities beyond just mining. It's important to recognize and honor so many who have provided their input and participated in furthering the Donlin Creek Gold exploration and permitting efforts. Many of these individuals understand our reliance on hunting and fishing and have carried on with a lifelong commitment to increase sustainable economic opportunities in our region. These include people who are still involved or work on the project, and others who have transitioned to different roles that also help our region and our shareholders. With continued input from our shareholders, board and employees who care about our lands, the Donald Creek Gold Project can help our shareholders and YK communities thrive economically while maintaining and even enhancing our subsistence lifestyle. To show the success of a mining operation under current mining laws, regulations, and processes, we look at Red Dog Mine in the Nana region. Through a partnership between Nana Corporation and Teck Resources, 30 years of successful operations at Red Dog Mine is proof that modern technology and strict oversight work. Among many other positive impacts and benefits, a 2014 ISER study showed that more fish are spawning now than prior to mining. Average household wages have dramatically increased, and local communities are able to purchase fuel at significant savings and passing those savings on. To promote in-region economic development and partnerships, Calista has worked and collaborated with our tribes, nonprofits, and for-profit corporations for decades. Our corporate core value of teamwork and meeting our commitments to one another is paralleled in our tradition of working together as a people to benefit our families, communities, and nation. For decades, considering and understanding the damaging position our people and villages have been placed in, our leaders and people of the YK region have wanted to form a regional tribal government. Looking at the continued worsening statistics of our region, Calista has invited tribes to consider a simpler approach to creating a regional tribal government with limited powers not intended to infringe upon the sovereignty or interfere with the power of any existing tribal government. By strengthening our region and empowering our tribes and communities, Calista hopes to make real positive changes for the region by partnering with the regional tribal government. The Calista board and other supporters believe we cannot wait any longer to create a functioning regional tribal government, and it is now in the hands of the tribes and tribal members to move forward. Additionally, to promote in-region economic development and partnerships, Calista subsidiary Bryce Inc. successfully bid on 3 rural infrastructure projects in the YK region last year, in Crooked Creek, Tuksuk Bay, and Imangak. Combined, the 3 projects provided 40 jobs to village residents and about $41 million in contract awards to our businesses. Our subsidiary made competitive bids and won all 3 projects because of the investments Calista has made into Bryce Marine and its equipment fleet. Bryce Marine barged rock materials for the Tuksuk Bay Airport and Imangak Port project from our new quarry at Makhtavik. All the rock material for the Crooked Creek Airport project was excavated on site, but Bryce Marine barged several loads of equipment and other supplies to the project site. These projects were great opportunities for shareholders to gain experience. Project managers required no special experience to apply. Positions such as laborers, drivers, and non-other specialized equipment operators were offered training. Coming back to our current strategic goals, one of the best ways for us to benefit our shareholders and future generations is to maximize and grow profits through diverse, strong business lines. Calista has made a conscious and deliberate effort to expand our operations outside of Alaska and outside of the U.S. We as shareholders are privileged to benefit when our corporation realizes growth and success with expanding business prospects and abundant shareholder involvement. We have seen continuous growth since the 1990s and especially thrived in the last decade. In 1996, Ulysta Management Services, YMS, received its 8A certification, and it was the base for forming and growing Ulysta Holding. In 2002, YMS was awarded its first multi-billion-dollar contract that through successful rebidding continues to this date. We purchased Bryce Inc. and its family of companies in 2010 and STG in 2013. These two formed the basis for Billista Holding and its family of companies. The Nordic Cellista joint venture that began in 1985 is now fully owned by Cellista. Acquiring Nordic Cellista and investing in Delta Constructors have greatly added financial value to the Bukduk holding line. We formed Cellista Real Estate in 2011 and soon after formed the Na Holding and its family of subsidiaries. These holding lines and their companies support our current 33,700 plus shareholders, compared to about 13,500 shareholders 3 years ago. With our growing family of shareholders, it is now more important than ever to continue growing our family of companies. With this at the heart of our strategic goals, we will provide benefits to you, our shareholders. Guyana for listening, and I ask on behalf of the board, management, staff, and myself for your prayers as we continue to work through the pandemic for Cellista and for you.